Let's go, guys. Let's do this. Yeah, you see the disclaimer. You see the disclaimer. I'm not I'm not a liability anymore. So that's incredible. That's incredible. Welcome, guys. Welcome. I hope you're doing amazing. Let me know in the chat. How are you guys doing? First PM stream of the Skool group. And I've wanted to do this for a long time, but like when you have clean AM sessions, there's no reason to go do a PM session. I think this is the perfect time to do that. Currently 1:30 p.m. And in 30 minutes from now, we have the FOMC rate decision. And yeah, I think CPI already did a lot of damage, a lot of opportunities. So like amazing things to talk about. I'm going over this agenda before 2 p.m. Over the coming few minutes, I will go over the homework assignment, what happened the last time of FOMC and CPI. It's a short one. Then I will go over the GU trade I took pre-CPI, why I took it. I think it's important when I always preach to you guys, don't trade pre-NFP, CPI, and FOMC. When I do it, I think it's important to break down why and why this was a nice calculated bet. And after that, I didn't play the 10 a.m. game today with you guys, the opening range trade. I traded it, but of course not together. So I'm very excited to see your results. Also, I'm going to review the AM session. And after that, I'm going to go over what we can expect in the coming minutes about the rate decision. And yeah, let's go. So, first of all, the homework assignment. When was the last time FOMC and CPI were on the same day? And I saw many of you in the Skool group answering with like very recently, like a few months ago, but that is not true. And why is that not true? It's because that was where FOMC minutes was at the same day as CPI. FOMC minutes is not the same as the FOMC rate decision. FOMC minutes is like the little nephew of the FOMC, not one of the three big boys. So please keep it in mind. The last time this happened, June 2020. I'm not going to Forex Factory right now. You should watch that. So the homework assignment, the answer of the homework assignment was June 2020. And what was going on June 2020? I think you guys remember. That was COVID. We had the rate cuts during COVID. There's a reason when FOMC and CPI are on the same day. That should mean something. So I think to maybe go a little forward already for the coming 60 minutes. I think Jerome Powell will or cut rates today. But my biggest, what I lean towards is that he's going to announce that we're not cutting rates yet, but we're going to do that in September. So it's very nice. So what I always do, and this is also for your journal, when there's FOMC, when there's CPI, I just go back to the last few times that there was, for example, CPI. What happened during the last few CPIs? And I noticed that the last CPI, I took the exact same trade as today, 9:30, 9:35 or something. So yeah, so that's the homework assignment. If you're not done it, do it. Watch what happened June 2020. And the thing is, with a rate cut or anticipated rate cut, dollar goes down. And that's what we did today. Now we are at this order block. So let's see what we do. But more on that later. Now let's go over GU. When I was looking at DXY this morning during London, I was like, okay, let's go to the daily. This massive candle didn't print yet. And I was like, we are kind of in the middle. Like we took liquidity of Monday. We can displace to the highs right here, or we can rebalance to at least the 50% of the range. So I could frame a long and a short. So that's basically low probability. That's what I teach you in the videos as well. Then I was looking at FOMC, CPI, and also what's in anticipation of a lower CPI, and that means potential rate cuts. That means that we are leaning towards lower dollar. First, we already took liquidity. Then, you remember, daily buy strategy. You take a high, but it fails to displace over the high. The body is below that high. That means the next candle probably wants to go lower. And I played that game. So confluence was that on the technical side. On the fundamental side, it was CPI and FOMC is probably going to push dollar down. And when you anticipate a lower dollar, look for the strongest pair or currency to pair that up. And of the four, euro, pound, Australian dollar, and New Zealand dollar, pound was by far the strongest. So then I went to pound. And I was like, okay, we made a low here on Monday. Aggressive sells out of the range, aggressive buys into the range. I like that. You know, I like that. Then, here, with this low, we create an SMT with euro dollar. The Tuesday 11th of June low is right here. So, here the low was taken, GU didn't. GU is so strong. Then again, today, at London, made another SMT. EU took out this low, GU didn't, and we displaced upwards. And where's the area where you can take an entry from? Fair value gap, order block, and that was enough for me. Stop loss. Big stop loss, it was 17-ish, 17, 18 pips. Target, NFP high. And the reason I executed was based on this. And yes, CPI can just wick you out before making the mirror move. And I was like, okay, low probability, I'm going to take it. I have my ideas in mind. On the fundamental side, I think the FOMC and CPI will trade lower for the dollar. That means your USD pairs are going up. That was my fundamental side. GU is by far the strongest. It made SMT, displaces in a kill zone, came back inside this kind of the range, fair value gap, order block, and I was like, okay, let's do it. And I was in, and here was TB. Was one shot, one kill. I took it exactly here. You can see the screenshots, like in this wick. I wanted to be in this 15-minute fair value gap. That's the reason why. Low probability, but it was worth it for me today. So that's the second thing I would like to discuss together with you guys. And let me go over the chat first before going to the 10 a.m. review. Let me see. Tony, Pierre, David, Apollo Beach, nice guys, Deep Blue, Archie, Boas, Danny G, Nezaka, Daniel, Hyperfold, Brian, Anthony, Paul. Nice. Yes, Paul, we did check the homework. The nice thing about these live streams, you can just scroll back. We are now going to enter the third part of the agenda, and then we're just going over the charts and do something fun. And to give a real quick answer to the homework assignment, June 2020, the COVID rate cut was the last time. Fino says, smash the like, guys. Yeah, exactly. I forget that promo stuff. Like, if you like this, guys, it would be amazing to like the stream. Such a tiny gesture, but it would mean the world to me. Because then the stream can grow, and we can help even more people. Like, it's not only me doing the streams and giving the content, like, I see every day in the Skool group such an amazing analysis, tips, you guys are supporting each other, and that's honestly the whole goal of the group. I don't want it to be the Dion Trade show. it should be about you and by you. So yeah, keep doing what you're doing, guys. Amazing. So now let's go over the 10 a.m. game review. And then we need to go to NASDAQ. And I took it on MNQ, so we can do a clean chart here. I took it on the micros. And let's go back to 10 a.m. Wednesday to the open. So here's usually when I start streaming. And this also for your journal. When you have very, very, very bearish, not of course bearish, bullish price action, then price is not going to come back all the way to the volume imbalance or to deep inside OT area. If it's such a bullish area, you want to long the first retracement you can get. That was the premise. But what I want to see during the open was a move lower inside this 15-minute fair value gap. On a 5-minute, there were also some fair value gaps. 15-minute was very nice. Go to 9:15. And then I was just playing on the 1 minute. So bias is higher. I mentioned also in the Telegram group before 9:30, I think we can go to 20k. Maybe not today, but we will get there. We will get there, definitely. Maybe FOMC will push it there. Also, the little spoiler for my bias inside the 2 p.m. game, what we're going to play in a few minutes. So, what I want to see, 50-minute value gap. Let's mark it out with a line here. So, I want this low to be taken out. Hope to see an SMT, and then displaced upwards. You guys know what I want to see. Before, or at 9:30, we took the low. And then we displaced upwards again. And here I was looking at the charts, well, whoa. I'm not going to wait until 10 a.m. because we already completed my entry criteria. Sweep liquidity, aggressive sells, aggressive buys, creating an order block, and we created an SMT with ES. Because ES wasn't down to play. We took the low here, and ES thought, nah, no way. So here, if you would have longed, I like to trade NQ, but ES was the strongest today. NQ, or ES didn't even take the low. So SMT, retraced into fair value gap, sells, buys, and now let's continue the trade. We created this fair value gap. But how you see the energy, right? You know, price really wants to go up. So that's here I decided, okay, I'm not going to wait until 10 a.m. And then I took it here in this candle, 9:36. No secondary value gap, just one shot, one kill. And then here comes the part where you learn. I hope you already learned something, but what if you are at price discovery? There's nothing here, no premium array, like the only thing you know as target is this high. But there's no premium array left there, only this. Then you can use what you learned during the standard deviation videos. What is the manipulation lag that set the low? High, low. So this is your manipulation lag. And that means my target for this trade is going to be inside this area. And you guys know what I want to see during the NQ 10 a.m. game. I want to see a 1 to 2 target. So my trade is basically this. And then 1 to 2. I think I had something like this. I can look it up. But here was the entry. And then price was like, okay, let's go. And it went to the target. And look what happened when we are at the target. We move away. Cool, right? And of course, now we are higher, but nice to see that there's a reaction from the target. Low-hanging fruit, guys. This was the entry. All right, so yeah, that's it. What I want to discuss with you guys. Let me know in the chat. Did you like this? These kind of breakdowns? And also, let me know if there's any questions inside the chat, please. Greg, yes, I did do the disclaimer, actually. I can do it one more time. So, the cool part is, I even have ICT's head in the bottom right corner of this. I just screenshotted a random YouTube video. So, yeah, nice. Okay. So, with this out of the way, I'm going to remove this. And we're going to look at what I'm expecting for 30 minutes. Then the new 4-hour candle starts. Just like at 10 a.m., we also have a new candle at 2 p.m. There's a huge fair value gap right here. What I want to see, basically, I want to see a tap and go. Similar setup as we had on AM session. I want liquidity grab, SMT with ES, and then higher again. See if we possibly already had that. Yeah, we already had that, actually. SMT right here. So, yeah, let's see. Like, the thing is, at 2, we have the rate decision. Then the report comes out. At 2:30, 30 minutes after that, then comes the speech from Jerome Powell. And some FOMCs, the move will already happen at 2 p.m. But most of the time, the move will happen around Jerome Powell's speech. Then how that works, the algorithm basically has keywords that they listen to in videos, like for example the speech. And if they hear certain words, the algorithm starts pushing a buy or a sell program. If you want an example of that, it was of course a meme, but maybe you guys have seen it. The Roaring Kitty from, I think, last Friday. Roaring Kitty guy with the GameStop stuff. Like, it's all meme stuff. But he, live on stream, he demonstrated that. He was like, let me show you this. And he was like, he said some words. I think he said, I'm going to close the stream when nothing happens. And you saw the market flushing orders into the market. And then he did it again and again. So that's how it works. Speech like that. So I'm going to see just price action. I'm not going to short. Definitely not. I think we can see an expansion towards 20k and have a TGIF on Friday to the downside. I'm not going to short anything. If it goes down, I'm not taking it. I don't trust it. It'd be nice to see a big move down. So yeah, that's my buys for NQ. All right, now it's your turn, guys. Any questions about maybe some pairs you have traded? Perhaps about CPI? Let me know. I'm going over the chat right now. Okay, nice. I see that the breakdowns are good. Okay, amazing. I longed at 10-12, but wasn't sure how high. Okay. Missed the entry. That's fine. Like, David, if you saw the entry and you missed it, that's fine. Like, next time you have it, but it's nice to train your eyes. That's what I love about every one of you tuning in every day. You're training your eyes every single day. It's so boring to watch all those 1-minute candle print, but that knowledge, that compounds. What about GU? I already went over GU, John. So if you want that, you need to rewind the stream a little bit. So I have an issue that when we get to all-time high, even if the bias is bullish, I feel like I should short. That's a very normal reaction. And like if price goes down, that's called catching a falling knife. So you want to buy a big down move. And that is wired inside our brain. Like the thing I'm going to tell you right now, I have that from a book. It's called Best Loser Wins from Tom Hoogert. Very nice book. I would definitely recommend it. But he discusses that. Like when you are in a big uptrend. I think the example for the downside is better. I'm probably going to mesh his whole framework up, but this is how I understand it. When price goes down, people think we are in a discount. Like price is discounted. The price is so low, it's oversold. So now we can buy. The RSI is saying oversold. If you go even higher, price overbought. We should go down very soon. You should forget that. You should forget that. If you are in a bullish order flow, there's a buy program going on, don't short. Miss the move, but don't short. You are becoming literally liquidity for price to go higher, even higher. Because if you're on a buy program, there's nothing like the algorithm is just flushing buy orders into the market every second. So every sell order is just liquidity. The buy program loves that. It's going even higher by that. You can also say that's short squeezes and long squeezes. You have all different names for them. So in a bullish order flow like today, and I mentioned that like a few seconds ago, I'm never going to short today. I don't do it. If price goes down with a big short, I'm probably on the sidelines. If it's really clear, of course, I'm in. But my bias, I'm fully bullish. And if we look at the chart, for example, the 4 hour, why would you short this? From Monday, we have bullish order flow. And remember, if you have a Monday low of the week, most of the time you have TGIF on Friday. That means we're probably going to go up until Friday. I think we will see this, like a retracement into this for value gap, or this for value gap, and higher, TGIF on Friday. I think this is going to be the weekly profile. This is what I have in my mind, in my head. So when you feel the need, when price goes up very much to short that, don't just watch it print. You know better. You know better. And that book, Best Loser Wins from Tom Hoogert, very nice. Definitely recommend it. You're gonna take an FOMC trade? No, I'm going to trade after. GPI, JP, GPY long. Oh, nice. Amazing, Karel. Any good advice for someone that new with ICT concepts? Yeah. I actually posted it today in the Skool group. There's a screenshot. Like, I will just start with the 2022 mentorship and the core content. It's a lot to go through already. So core content, 2022 mentorship. The order doesn't matter that much. And be aware that you're not only watching videos like Netflix, but you're actually applying every lesson in the charts. And if you don't understand the concepts from the core content or the 2022 mentorship on ICT's channel, the 2024 mentorship on the Skool group, that's basically the concepts and more simplified. So I think that's the best I can give you right now. Thoughts on USD CAD sweeping the lows and then higher. For a USD CAD to go higher, dollar is going to go higher, needs to go higher. And do you really want to do that right now? Do you really want to long this? That's basically what you're doing. USD CAD. I would just let this ride. Like, I think probably we can get a retracement. I see this happening for USD CAD. Retracement, boom, taking out the lows. Market maker sell model, taking out these lows, for the NFP lows here. So no, I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, nice ways. If you already went through a lot of stuff, I think the 2024 mentorship in the Skool group is going to help a lot. Like it probably is going to make the puzzle pieces a little bit less. Like every ICT trader goes through the same. You find the channel, you find hundreds of educational videos, you go over all of them, you study them. then you know too much, so you're overanalyzing, you have analysis paralysis, you have no clue what you're doing, and then you're going to cut that down. You're going, okay, I like to look at fair value gaps, I like to look at order books, I like to look at market maker models. And then you can make your own entry model based on everything you know. You're cutting out all the noise, and you want to only see X, Y, and Z. And do what works for you. That's, I think, the most important one. What's your take on GU after the bullish move? Done for now. Wait, just waiting. There's no, you have no clue. Thing is, like, after such a big move, you should just wait. Wait for price to give you the sign that it wants to go up from here, or gives you the sign that it wants to go down. It doesn't respect any. After a big move, there's nothing. People think, okay, after a big move, okay, then I can jump on board. No, just wait. You don't know. And if you miss the move, that's okay. So many opportunities. Brian says, go study the primer course, then the core content. It's totally up to you. Like, yeah, it doesn't even matter. Just go through them. It's hard work, but it pays off. What do you think of gold? I think gold shot up to the moon. I haven't looked at gold, but with a lower dollar, you've at the pump in gold, I think. Oh, not okay. Well, my buys on gold is still the same. It's the monthly fair value gap. That's drawn liquidity. So this is even nice, but for a lower gold, you need to have higher dollar. That's tricky. Let's see what silver did. Perhaps we made an S&T. Oh, they're not correlated at all currently. Yeah, kind of like gold moves different. So I'm not like, I always say this when you ask me about gold. I'm not too clever with gold. Like the concept works. So for example, here, let's do an analysis based on the concept I'm teaching you. There are filler swings up here, under here. We have high, low. We touch premium of the range inside this 1 hour fair value gap. Then I will just wait for a lower time from displacement lower to a very clean short towards the monthly fair value gap. If it doesn't come yet, I'm anticipating or this move. Remove this, it's very ugly. The Genbox is nice, but very ugly. That move, or one more sweep, and then market maker sell model. If it goes higher, like again, I have no clue what gold does. I'm not trading it. Sometimes I take it as trade, but most of the time that's a loss. I trade mainly indices and forex. And let's see, I don't know if Matt is here, but I think I noticed him. He noticed as well. I mentioned in the weekly outlook, watch for that weekly fair value gap as your drawn liquidity and to go long from internal to external. And we're currently doing that. So it's on the weekly. On the 4 hour, you're creating this market maker buy model. So if you want to step in, I would say this is the move. Probably go something like this. A nice breaker here. Oh, Bitcoin is also moving very nice. So for DXY, of course, we ignore the 50% of the range. We are currently inside this order block. This down extension order block. So let's see what it does. It is 2 p.m. Hold on. Let me see what the rate's going to do. Okay, rates are staying the same. It means the rates staying the same is basically for now bullish on dollar, right? Because with rate cuts, you have lower dollar, but if it stays the same, it's strong for the dollar. What I think is going to happen is the rate news is very nice, But Jerome Powell's going to say, oh yeah, oh guys, don't forget we're going to cut rates in September. And then it will push down again. That's what I'm anticipating. Let's see. This is why I don't want to trade before 2 p.m. If this is your first FOMC, very nice. Welcome this. Like, don't trade this, just watch it. Watch it print. What does it do? If you want to know more, just go to the past FOMCs. Alright guys, I see almost 60 people, 20 likes. Come on. Push that like button. You can do it. You can do that. So it is nice. So the 10 a.m. candle starts. So now we're going to play the game. So we traded into that 4 hour for value gap. ES did as well. So now from this point, I'm looking for higher prices. Of course, there's no SMT. Both took out the low, and I think from now on we will see higher prices. So I'm going to let this go, but this is nice, right? Aggressive sells, aggressive buys. So I'm going to be very active on this. And probably can take an entry when price makes a for value gap here. You see down close candle supporting price. So then probably the second for value gap will be game time. The only tricky part about this long, if it comes, will be that we have the press conference. And that can be very tricky. Like, you've no clue what Jerome Powell is going to say. He can just say, yo guys, fuck that. We're not going to cut any rates. And then the dollar shuts up and your NASDAQ will shut like a rocket downwards to your stop loss. That can happen. So let's just see how that prints. Accidentally pressed dislike, Gary says. Oh. How long have I been trading? Since 2017, I've been in the crypto market. Switched to Forex and indices in 2021-ish. Something like that. So in the market for many years, but like ICT trading like now for a few years now. And like I'm not exactly sure because like first it was like dabbling, like watching some videos, then get distracted by other shiny objects like drop shipping and everything. And I was like, oh, this is cool. This trading thing is cool. And then blew some accounts, stopped for a few weeks. But like this like dedicated trading, yeah, for a long time, few years already. And before that, it was little like dipping your toes, I can say. It's not that I have like 7 years of full-time experience. No, definitely not. Okay, so let price do its thing. It would be nice if we can get an SMT at this low, at the 2 a.m. low. So 10 a.m. game is the same as the or 2 a.m. game is the same as the 10 a.m. game, but remember, the last like this 4 hour candle is not 4 hours but 3 hours. And why is that? Market closes at 16:59. So this is a shorter candle. And that's nice because the game is shorter. So if you're expecting a bullish candle, which I do, that means we need to buy below the 10 a.m. not 10 a.m. the 2 p.m. open. I'm probably going to say 10 a.m. like a few more times, but you know what I mean. Binary options. Is binary options, is that like that gambling where you just pick high or low and then just hope what happens? I think I did that too for some weeks. It's like a roulette where you play 50-50. I think that's binary options. I'm not sure. Whisper. That's really funny. I think that's a very cool way of trading. Of course, it's just gambling. Doesn't make any sense, but it's very cool. Very cool. And if you guys didn't have that yet, like don't forget to subscribe as well. Like, subscribe, the whole shenanigan. I see the like count going up. That's amazing. Still not everyone. I wasn't even paid to learn. Oh, nice, nice. Like a mentor. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Like I think there's money to be made in everything once it's just done consistently, and you're not strategy hopping anything. Like not many IST traders are admitting that, but support and resistance, supply and demand, it all works. We all looking at the same chart. We're just speaking a different language. We speak the IST language, talking to the charts. They talk their supply and demand to the chart. But if you consistently execute that exact language, the plan, you can make money with every single strategy. So before you hop on to YouTube and find the next 90% win rate strategy, you should ask for yourself, what do I like to see? Every time, for example, I got sometimes the question, and I got it yesterday as well. I'm always a little triggered by it, but what is your win rate? Or, no, what's the win rate of this strategy? That's bullshit. Because the win rate is different for every single trader. Because the win rate is determined by how you execute it. The behavior behind the trade plan from the trader itself. So there is, like, every time you see a 90% win rate or 80% win rate on YouTube, that guy is basically lying to you. Because maybe he executed at 90%, but how can he assure that you can execute it at 90%? Okay, that's a rant. That was it. Let me see. Strategy with indicators involve Bollinger Bands, RSI. Oh yeah, those are like the very well-known indicators. I know RSI. I think that's like the overbought, oversold indicator. The thing about indicators is that they are literally telling you, okay, this is what price did. Like it's a lagging indicator. Yeah. I didn't like the risk to reward. Payments in binary is max 1. Oh. Wow, that's not very high odds, Whisper. I think you can better play blackjack. That has like a 48% against the house. I think that's better than binary options. People don't get the win rate. What you say is so true. Yeah, I hope it makes sense to you. This is how I look at it. Perhaps some people don't like it if I say it like that, but I want to be honest to you guys how I think about this stuff. Mine says Fed projection show for 90 officials saw no rate cuts. Yeah, like Mani, I appreciate you sharing that, but those Fed reports are so manipulated. You shouldn't trust a word from it. Like the big money, the smart money already knows exactly when the rate cuts and rate hikes will come. Like always known, but not to the public. So all the news reports, I don't watch the news reports. Like I never read one of them because I know they're heavily manipulated. Okay, so basically this is probably the low to catch for potential SMT. Would be nice. Like they're both currently ES and Q in their respective 4-hour value gap. I'm going to remove this as well because you guys know, okay, both in the 4-hour value gap. And what I mentioned before, the rate decision was out at 2 p.m. What you mainly see is a move at 2 p.m. But then you will just see just chilling until the actual press conference of Jerome Powell at 2:30. So that's in 21 minutes, 20-ish minutes. So before that, I'm not expecting too much. If it already rents like an SMT and it's already setting up a setup, then it's already game time for me. And you can maybe compare that with the video from last Tuesday about news. So for example, now this could already be the manipulation and the distribution will be at 2:30. So the 2 p.m. news was the manipulation. This is going to be the distribution. If it already happens, then of course I'm going to take a trade. But I think the 2:30 can maybe push us lower one more time. Not sure. Like if it goes up now, then price says enough. But that's what I'm anticipating. Imagine, like CPI was so aggressive that it just like there's nothing here. There's also a nice statistic. I think it's also from the Best Loser Wins book. gaps are filled, but like 50% in the same day or something, and 70% later. Like there's no guarantee that a gap will be filled in the same day or maybe the day after. It can take some days before the gap gets filled. It's a nice draw on liquidity, of course. This is like a in this piece of price action, guys. There needs to be both buyers and sellers. So price likes to be here. It needs to rebalance. I'm not going to say it's today, but somewhere down the line, it wants to rebalance. Don't forget that. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing the Fed projections, guys. Like I mentioned, it's amazing. Personally, I'm not doing anything with the information, but yeah, of course, very good to know. Alexander says, loving the explanation. Can we go over the plan since price already entered the 4-hour value? Yeah, sure. So basically, this is the 4, just like the 10 a.m. open. I think we will get a 4-hour bullish candle. So that means I want to see a price lower, setting the low of the candle, then displacing higher. We are already the 10 a.m. the the 2 p.m. open already traded for both towards the low here, and they're all both touched the 4-hour for value gap, the 4-hour busy here. They've already been touched. It doesn't mean I'm going to aggressively look for an entry yet, because we still have the 2:30 press conference from Jerome Powell. So my game plan is two ways. It's or displaced upwards for a long, or waiting for the liquidity grab of the low here. That can be, I hope one of the two will do it, like ES or NQ. So you create an SMT, and then take the entry here or a little higher out the range. I'm not going to look for shorts. No. If it goes short, then I will take a loss or I will stay on the sidelines. That's the game plan. Is EURUSD reacting to the 4-hour value gap now? Okay, I think you can ask the question, like you can answer it yourself. So currently, we are here. It's fighting a bearish value gap, also with the bearish breaker, the order block here. And at the discount side, there is a bullish value gap. Fighting. What is this called? Trapped order flow. You just want to wait. Wait for premium arrays to be disrespected. Don't forget, we made a massive SMT at the highs. So I'm not touching any USD pair right now. USD is done for me for today. Maybe tomorrow or Friday we can get a nice entry. But for now, I'm on the sidelines. So based on the indices behavior from the last few hours, NQ is currently the weakest. So it would make sense if NQ made the low before going higher. So let's see. I'll be in the sidelines waiting. So let this price do its thing for the coming few minutes, and then we'll see. All right, so let's see what price is doing right now. We have some action. Currently have this for value gap. Dion, do you consider taking New York continuation if London took Asia range high or low? It depends on the order flow. If it's bullish, definitely. If it's consolidating on the higher time frame, you don't know. Like when you're anticipating a classic buy week, for example, and you have your Tuesday low of the week, then you can play Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday exactly as a continuation profile. Kunal, make sure you have forex.com as your broker on TradingView. So you guys know that I love to see an SMT first before displacing higher, and we didn't have any SMT yet. So I'm not too convinced yet, and if it goes away, that would be a shame. But let's see what this kind of race do. Like for example, we tap in here. If it moves away with big displacement right now, then price says enough. You probably need to go hunt for a long already, and allowing your stop loss to trade back into this low. So for example, if it would trade away from this point, let's make it bigger. Then you should consider taking a entry somewhere here. You're a little late, of course. Then 1 to 2 somewhere here. But like personally, I don't like this price action. Like this news low, not too fan. But yeah, you cannot decide what price is going to do. I think we're not done with the downside yet. So let's see what price does. We have 10 minutes before the press conference. I'm not going to play recording of the live stream of the. You can watch that press conference with Jerome Powell live on YouTube. I'm not doing that. I never did that. You don't need that. You should expect a big volume spike around 2:30. It's not 2:30 like exact 2:30. It's when he has his first few sentences. It's very funny. It's like 2:31 or 2:32. It's gonna be very funny. You will see. You will see. You know exactly what I mean in a few minutes. That's amazing, guys. We almost have a 100% like viewer to like ratio. So for the 10-ish people who didn't have that, it would be amazing. It would be amazing if you can like the stream. And again, I'm expecting NQ to make the SMT low because NQ is the weakest one currently. So clean, like fair value gap, boom, fair value gap, boom. Let's see if we can what we will get. We already 60 points higher since the news low. That's quite a lot to retrace from and then go up. So okay, this first value gap didn't hold. On the 5 minute, we create a really small balanced price range. Not yet. We need this candle close first, but I think the setup will happen after 2:30. And the cool part is, if it doesn't, if it just goes away, then we find an entry probably high up the range, or we miss the entry today and come back tomorrow AM session. Powell has the most expensive good afternoon. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. Billions in the market. Harrison, yes, I do trade Forex pairs. This stream, I went over my GU trade from today. You can see it in the TP Titans in the Skool group. I scalp like the 1 minute on the indices on NQ with ESS support, and I position trade the Forex pair. So bigger stop losses, bigger targets. Like my average stop loss on Forex is at least 15 points. In FX replay, I think you need to enable the replay bar inside your dashboard settings. Imagine if he didn't say good afternoon and the market would just melt. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? What type of trader are you? If you mean with what type, like the scalper, the position trader, swing trader, a little bit of both. It depends on the market situation. Like, I know my biggest positions, like my biggest profits, are from position trades. So what I basically do is then I try to catch the weekly low and high, and then I try to catch the whole weekly range. An example of that I shared last week is basically the second bonus video from the mentorship. Last week I caught the whole weekly range on NASDAQ. So big stop loss, big TP. That's not intraday, that's like a weekly profile I try to catch. But I love watching the market. So I'm not going to just take a trade and then just leave the market alone for the whole week and do something else. I like to do something extra. And there comes the 10 AM model. So every day I scalp the same model. I've done it on stream, I think it's like the 40th, 50th stream. I don't know. I'm not sure how many streams you did this far. But every day the same. It's very boring. So if you are here for the 40th time, first of all, well done. But you've seen like every day the same. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, sometimes it's just very boring. Sometimes it's so easy and clean. So yeah, both. And I think you should be able to do both. And also know, okay, these accounts I'm going to trade with scalps. These accounts I'm going to only position trade. Like for example, on my funded accounts, like for example, on my FTMO funded, I'm not going to do 1 minute scalps on NQ. On my funded accounts, FTMO is like a premium firm. There I'm going to do my position trades. And with the more, let's call them B prop firms, I'm going very aggressive. Because I know they won't be around for so long. I think that's the this thing. I would love you to do a live trade. I wouldn't mind if it's paper on Forex pairs, please. No, I'm not going to do that, Harrison, because I don't see any setup right now. If I see a setup, I will take it live on stream. But most of the time, my entries in Forex are before the stream. They're or in London or around 8 AM. Dow retraced the whole CPI move. Okay, cool. I don't watch Dow. We can watch Dow for now, but. Oh wow. Cool, cool. Yeah, so the idea is still the same. We have 2 minutes before the press conference. Let's see. My current bias on DXY is neutral. Hyperfall says, have I ever used Funded Next? No, I didn't. Is that the one that made a 1 challenge, 1 free, like 1+1 promo? I saw it today on one of the firms. If you see a buy one challenge, get one free, your poor firm is probably out of liquidity and you will, it's going to close soon. Right? Looks like the bias is determined, so going to look for longs. And that would mean, like, the manipulation leg is not that clear today. Like this low, and you can say this high, or this high. I don't think it's very clear right now. So then this will be your trade. Like a 150 point move, that's actually insane. But yeah, let's see what price does. But if it just goes up, like the thing is, we already made the low here. I think we can still run that low. But if price shows something different, I'm down to trade. Let me see, my copy traders are enabled. Yep. So let's see. We have okay. The press conference is going live right now, so don't expect too much right now. Wait for the it's coming. It's coming. You will see the flush of. And it could be that we're just completely going to miss the move, guys. So don't worry. The volume in the coming minutes is probably going to be a lot, like a lot. Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. The economy has eased, and the inflation is very cool because it eased year over year, and we are very happy with that. We're not going to cut rates now, but we're probably going to do it in September. Boom! Market shoots up. That's probably going to happen, and I hope we get a liquidity grab first. So, let me see. Create new order. Market. My stop loss is going to be 445. If it goes, I'm just going to take it. Like I'm already up. Like let's see. I think it's coming out. I think it's coming. I think he said it. I'm not watching the chat, by the way. I'm looking at my trading view, so I'm not looking at the chat. Okay. There's some manipulation. There's an SMT right here. Small one. If it shoots up with fair value gap, it's legit. There's a little SMT right here. Not yet. Not yet. Being very patient. I want some form of SMT. It's not subtle. It is too subtle. I need more. I want energy. All right, nothing yet, nothing yet. That's very tame right now, but don't be fooled, don't be fooled. And if there's nothing to say, then probably we'll do nothing, and then we'll just chill. I think he will say something. What is of interest? Okay, it would be nice if this is going to be the manipulation move. It would be quite funny, by the way, if we're just going down today. At the end of the session, it's just down only. Then we'll just do nothing. Believe me or not, DXY is headed to 1068. Could be, could be. 106. Oh, you mean the highs? Right here, the equal highs there. Oh yeah, it will get there, definitely, definitely. But this is not. You know better than that. This is not going to hold. Okay, let's see if we can now create an SMT. By the way, if we have a SMT, ooh, Jerome said something. Jerome said something. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe he said the word nice or something. No, I'm joking. Okay, so when I press next to this window, it just disappears. Can I lock it or something? No. That one around 1,000 risk. I need 1150 for the challenges to pass, so that's why I'm going to take that risk. 435. That's a lot. Like maybe we need more contracts. Yeah, so I drew this line wrong. Like this is an MCT at the downside here. But I cannot move it because then this window will disappear again. Right, it's a little slow for now. So let's see if we can get something. So again, guys, low probability. Don't copy trade this. You're stupid. It's a low probability trade. You're probably going to lose money. And the thing I can do that right now is because I'm up very much in the week, so I'm risking a small percentage of my gains that I made already on this trade. So if you're going to ask in the chat right now, why did you take the trade? There's no structure supporting that idea. But I think we're going from a consolidation to an expansion very soon. The SMT is right here. But next to that, it's just a very ugly structure. And we are hyper bullish. So it makes sense if you take the loss on this with the liquidity sweep before going higher. But I'm just like, I want to be in the move. Let's just do a 1-to-1. That's what I did. And let's see. So based on the 15-minute, this looks like a nice expansion higher. But who knows? Like, everything can happen here. So again, this is not professional trading. This is more of a degenerate side. Sometimes I do that, and that's only when I'm already up. If you're not up this week, and you're trying to use the concepts from the mentorship, these are not the concepts from the mentorship. This is just my higher time frame trading idea that's very bullish. We trade into this 1 minute value gap right now. But I took it right up here. Like I was like, okay, let's do it. Like stop loss here, take here, 1-to-1, and let's see. And if I get taken out, there's no re-entry. I'm just going to watch price together with you guys. And yeah, then we have seen it at FOMC. FOMC usually is more aggressive. So we're quite in consolidation for 14 minutes since the press conference. And this is probably going to be the manipulation. Ooh, nice SMT at the lows. Okay, that's nice. You see the SMT? Ooh, here, this low. I think he said something. There's energy in the market. Finally, like, okay, SMT here. Let's see, let's see. Or just tanks down. You don't know. Let's see, let's see. Oh, too bad, too bad. What you could see when we take out my stop basically here or there, then you can maybe see your structure forming to the upside. I will stay doing it live even if I get taken out. Yeah, so basically just stuck in a consolidation. So let's see if we can get some volume and otherwise, yeah. And the thing why this trade is a gamble is because I don't know what Jerome Powell is going to say in his speech. So it can go up, can go down very aggressively. I'm now reading that they're not sure what they're going to do. We don't have high confidence in forecasts. So they just said a whole bunch of nothing basically. And that maybe reflects also the price action. It didn't give anything away. Alright, while we wait for this, guys, any questions? Lots of sellers in the market. You see, every time there's a green candle, it gets eaten up by sellers. So based on current price action, CPI did the damage already, and FOMC is just kind of doing nothing. These Ys going higher, that makes sense. If Jerome Powell says basically we are not going to do anything for now, then that's bullish for the dollar. All right, I think that's gonna be my stop in a few seconds. And then when journaling, when this trade comes, it's like, Dion, you know better, but you know it is a reward for the trade you already took. Just a little degenerate sometimes. Seek and destroy. Who knows? Who knows? I don't think yet. When I'm scalping, do I determine directional bias? Yeah, like the easiest scalping are together with the order flow. So now we have very bullish order flow, so the scalps are easier longing. I try to limit myself to the 4 hour, the prediction of the next 4 hour candle. So I think the next 4 hour candle is going to be bullish. So tap here and then go up. But it's already set the low at 2 p.m. and then it should go up. If it doesn't, then you will get a black candle, and then my bias was wrong and I take the loss. And based on the current pricing, it wouldn't even matter if what I would have done, because it's just very ugly price action. So just leaving it on, and let's see what happens. If given a chance, would I exit on break even? No, this is just a bad trade. So no, I'm just going to sit this one out. like I didn't took this because there was a high probability setup. I took this because FOMC's most of the time a one-sided event, so big up or big down. Today this is nothing, and that's basically because of Jerome Powell's speech. So no, even if I take a bad trade, like I'm sitting at one out. I'm not going to chicken out. Like I had the balls to, or not the balls. Like I was degenerate enough to take quite a random entry, just anticipating it would go higher. They're not going to chicken out when it goes my way. No. TP or stop loss. That's it. These are all, and remember guys, I'm not trading with live funds. These are all challenges. The cheap Apex challenges. So no. Of course, I'm not going to trade it with live funds. Like, would you really think I would risk with this price action, like this kind of trades with live funds? Definitely not. But with those Apex challenges, you can do that. How to use intuitional order entry drill? Go watch it on YouTube, but Brian, I'm not going to explain it right now. For vocab, USD CAD to the upside. Well, any thoughts on that? Like I'm not going to touch any USD, but if like use I'm taking out. Yeah, I'm out. I'm out. So that's the loss. So guy, don't be like me. I got burned for it. And that's fine. That's fine. So tomorrow on stream, I still have 11 challenges I can pass. 11 50k challenges. I still need 2k. And I have 2k drawdown left, I think. No, it's less. I think 500 drawdown left. So it's gonna be a 1500 risk, 2k reward. No, if price goes to TP now, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, it could be. This is not very nice. So for tomorrow, I'm going to try to pass the remainder challenges, and then my The promo is done. JPY. JPY is finally moving lower. It took a while. If JPY closes below here, then I'm interested in selling JPY towards the lows here. I think it would be very nice if I got stopped out by 1 point and then it goes to TP. And why is that nice? Because that punishes me for being a degenerate. Now you get the displacement upwards for value gap and then go up. So yeah, I must say very boring. Even like just a not news PM session is most of the time cooler than this. Perhaps it still needs to come. But it's quite ugly. I read Patrick Whelan tweet says that Apex is a scam. Well, if they're a scam, they wouldn't pay out, and they do pay out. So I think every prop firm has liquidity issues as part of being a prop firm. I don't think any prop firm that we know right now will be around. It's going. And this was the manipulation lag. Oh, it would be so. Yeah. Right, look at current DXY. I think I'm going to be punished. Or current, not DXY, current NQ. I'm going to be punished. The bias is still the same. The bias is higher. I just took a horrible entry. But yeah, I think we can go higher. And no, I'm not going to re-enter. And why? It's just one trade. I blew my capital already here on a stupid trade. So yeah. Yes, I'm going to be very sad when it moves without me, but hey. Those are rules. Like one trade. So, stopped out by a few pips. Let me see. Here goes. It was a trade idea. Stopped out by half a pip, I think. First value gap, second value gap is created. You know what time it is here. It was the original TP. Let me see. Let's see if it hits. I can remove this. So in 6 seconds, there's a value gap created, and let's see if it taps and then moves away. Downclose. If you are on the bias of the curve, the downclose candles and the value gap should support price higher. But even if I'm not in, I will definitely walk you through it. SMT here. ES took your value gap, and Q didn't. Could be breakaway gap then. So now I will be a coach on the sideline, just screaming like, "Don't do it," or "Do it," or no, of course not. Otherwise, I need to show my disclaimer again. No financial advice. You see, I'm a very bad trader. I took a loss here. Stupid loss. Very bad, very bad. Okay, so let's see if this holds. So if the body should respect your value gap, it can trade lower and then close higher. If it doesn't, if you see price closing lower, then that could indicate that we go lower. But if it's just a wick and the candle is printing fine, and you know that after 40 seconds, 39 seconds. Took a buy at my stop loss. Yeah, like if you're gambling right now, which I definitely wouldn't recommend, do it with like capital you can lose and should lose. Like I did, like I could lose the amount. Like here, this is very bullish. The current candle. Why? We traded all the way down. Bodies are closing quite high in the value gap, so let's see what the next candle does. Is it creating a swing low? If this candle prints green, it would be very nice. Okay, it took out that low. if price goes to the low right here, right now, then you should immediately, then we're going to close the stream. Why? Then search and destroy is confirmed. We took a high, then a low, then a high. We already in a kind of search and destroy conditions. Highs and lows are taken. Don't be fooled, guys. Don't be fooled. All right, I'm not expecting much from NQ anymore. This is not very nice. Of course, we've settled this down. This order block, possibly respecting price here. This one failed with the order block here. Let's see if that holds. Let me see the chat. It's first time part of the trading. You see a setup, then it morphs into another one. Yeah, that's part of the game. Like the most difficult part, and that's why I'm going to focus on during the private mentorship a lot, is trusting your setups. Because what basically happens when you take a setup, then all your fear in your brain, in your reptile brain, whatever brain you want to call it, all that fear is going to find ways to talk you out of the trade because it's uncomfortable. And then you are going to spot trades exactly the other way. And that is trainable. And that's of course one of the parts of the mentorship. But it's normal. It's normal. Mark's already moved up during CPI, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the chop here. Yeah, could be. And like the buy is still bullish. That hasn't changed. And perhaps the delivery is going to be very ugly. So then push up, for example, from here. What was your original TP? Is the green line, Malik? Just trying to catch a strange long on Bitcoin. Matt says. Okay. Understand where you're coming from. So I'm going to leave the stream on for a few more minutes. And then I'm going to close it. And then from tomorrow, we have just the regular schedule. 9 a.m. EST. Any questions before we close the stream, guys? Let me know. You're welcome, Artien. You're welcome. Can talk on fair in... Please rephrase your question, OPME. I'm not understanding. Yeah, so AM was very clean. Today, the start of the 10 a.m. or the 2 p.m. candle was very choppy. I was like, okay, it's 10 minutes into the speech. Let's just take that long. Well, I got punished for it. It was a ugly trade. So recapping on that is of course not the way to trade, and you guys know that. I did it because I was already up today. Then we took a low. Did we have an ST? I think we did have an SMT. Yeah. We had an SMT with the 8 minutes past. Like we failed to take out the high here. That makes NQ stronger. Then displays upwards. for value gap 1, then up for value gap 2, and probably is now going to deliver to the upside. If it doesn't chop around, but it took longer than expected. So here patience was rewarded. I didn't have that. Now I mentioned that. I don't care what happens here, but I just want to mark out that this was not the cleanest price action. And that's probably because we already had that massive move today. So yeah, part of the game, guys. Let's see what the NQ is going to do. I'm not going to watch it on stream. I'm going to wind down for today, and then tomorrow a new day, London session, New York session, 9 a.m. live stream. And yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in again. I hope you learned something today, or you learned something what not to do today with the trade. Yeah, if you like this, please share it with all your trading friends. Would be amazing. If you haven't signed up for the private mentorship waiting list, I would definitely recommend it to do that very soon, because there is like lots of people on it already. So I'm going to probably work with every one of you sometime, but the earlier you are on the waiting list, the earlier you're going to be approached to work together. So yeah, please don't sleep on that. That's going to be the details on the mentorship are going to be released later down the line, very soon. But most important part, I hope you guys enjoyed tomorrow 9 a.m. Friday, new mentorship video, also live stream, and yeah, very exciting day, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and I see you tomorrow 9 a.m. EST. Bye bye.